Welcome back to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. My name's Angela and this is Eric. We're both registered dietitians at the Hillman Cancer Center. Today we're going to talk to you about increasing your intake of fruits and vegetables, specifically fruits for this video.
Yes.
We are going to show you how to wash, store, prep, kind of said that in reverse, but and talk to you a little bit about how you can create them into recipes and just add them overall more into your diet.
Yeah, for sure. I think with it being the new year, people often do resolutions, which is great. We, as dietitians, just try to help people avoid pitfalls from fad diets. So trying to make sustainable changes, so increasing your fiber is a big thing that we always talk about through your fruits and vegetables. Just a couple other things, increasing your water intake, trying to get protein with each meal, and as always, trying to move 10,000 steps a day is what's recommended. Any kind of exercise you can do, we recommend.
Definitely. I think too, instead of creating these very specific New Year's resolutions, it's more along the lines of creating more healthy habits for an overall lifestyle change. So I think the best thing we can do is increasing fruits and vegetables, and like Eric mentioned, increasing your fiber, which is a way to, like if you increase your fruits and vegetables, that's a great way to get more fiber.
Yeah, and your fiber helps with satiety, helps with digestion,
Gut health.
yeah, gut health, and with instead of doing there are supplements, like a Metamucil
Right.
or something like that. This is just whole foods are first for us, and that's what we try to emphasize.
Yep.
And fruits and vegetables both lower in calories, take up more space. So if you're trying to cut back on your calorie intake, this is a great and easy way. But a lot of times people don't. You want to prep things or take the time, so you just don't need it.
It's funny because I was telling you how I had a bag of grapes in my fridge, and because I didn't wash them yet, I refused to eat them. I just kept opening the fridge and was like, oh, they're not washed yet, I'm not going to eat them. So making sure that you wash all your fruits and vegetables, you cut them, you peel them if that's what you want to do, if that's, if you're more prone to eating them in a certain way. Like to me, I like apple slices. So for me, if I had them sliced and ready to go, I would be more prone to eating them.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that today, and we have kiwi here for you that we're going to start with.
Yeah,
Okay.
kiwi we're going to start with. Now we did talk about washing.
Yes.
Now we already did wash these, so 30 seconds under lukewarm water. You're not going to get the water hot enough to kill anything on the surface. Anything with skins. So we have our Sumo orange here, and then a pomelo, which is obviously in the citrus family. We want to rinse everything here just because in the grocery store, this could be dropped on the floor, someone coughs on it, any residual dirt, especially for our immunocompromised patients.
Right. And one common misconception we hear from our immunocompromised patients is that they're to avoid fruits and vegetables, and that's just not the case. We just want them to make sure that their fruits and vegetables are well washed. Obviously, the benefits outweigh the risks when it comes to fruits and vegetables. So being more confident in consuming those things, but making sure that they're well washed. Now, we also talked about utilizing white vinegar, like a rinse. What did you say, 1 part vinegar to 10 parts water?
Yeah.
And making sure that you're rinsing after you use the vinegar so your fruit and vegetables don't taste like vinegar.
Sure.
Similarly, using baking soda, sprinkling on a little bit, rinsing again, colander, 30 seconds lukewarm water. So just some tips to help you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, and then with the kiwi, you can eat the outside of a kiwi. Most people don't. You're definitely not going to eat this hard part, but I just like to slice them. Just kind of take the ends off, and then just kind of come down the sides here. And this is a great one to prep beforehand to take with you, maybe in your lunch, something you want to just grab and eat quickly.
Now, when you eat kiwi, do you just eat it by itself? Do you add it to fruit, yogurt? or sorry,
Add it
do you
to
add
fruit.
it to more fruit? Yeah, fruit salad.
Fruit salad.
Oatmeal, or is it kind of one thing that just stands alone?
I actually have been adding it to oatmeal recently, but I do. This is like a standalone. The thing with the kiwis too, or kiwi, I don't know what the plural.
Kiwi.
You eat them very fast. So now this, see, when I cut these, I leave some of this stuff on here because I'll eat that, but I'm not going to eat the whole skin.
It's more fiber for you.
Yeah, more fiber.
If you need that.
So
we brought out our Tupperware so that we can start with our storage process, and that's exactly what you should do, at home. Again, to make it easier to eat more of. So I always like to try to cut and clean my vegetables as soon as I get them, and fruit, for that very reason that I mentioned, not cleaning my grapes. And I think once you see them cut in like a clear Tupperware like this, again, you're just going to be more prone to eating them.
yeah, and there are some, now not off the top of my head that I remember all, but there are some like fruits, veggies, you don't want to wash right away because they start to kind of go bad. Mushrooms are definitely in that list. Like when you have mushrooms, you want to make sure you're rinsing them. Most people don't even rinse them like a lot of chefs. We recommend that our patients do. Just dry them off. But there are some things. But fruit is a big one where you can definitely prep. Like you said, you do apples. Some people don't like to do apples because they start to brown a little bit. They still taste pretty much the same.
Right, and a little bit of citrus can help with that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Or adding apples with other fruit that contains citrus, like adding it into a fruit salad, can help to, eliminate that quick browning. Okay, so our kiwi is cut, prepped, ready to go. Put it in the fridge. Utilize it for any of your recipes or just a snack. Now we're going to get into our Sumo orange, which, talking about seasonal fruits,
Yes.
this is one that is in season, which means it's more cost effective, it's cheaper, it tastes better, and there's a few others that are in season these few months. So December, January, February. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, so specifically tangerines, which most people get, so like the little mandarins, tangelos, and oranges, and then and grapefruit. And then out of that family are going to be pears, papaya, and pomegranate.
Pomegranate, right?
Yeah.
Winter fruit.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, only remember oranges and pomegranates being winter fruits. The other ones I don't think of as much. So again, bringing that to forefront of your mind that there are other fruits to include, and variety is key. We always tell our patients eat the rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay. So peeling one of these, pretty easy, right?
They're like, the skin's pretty thick, or not thick, loose, I would say. So they're actually pretty easy. Usually can kind of come off in one swoop here.
They smell great.
Grab your little Tupperware. This guy. Now these, very easy to peel. If you have like the little mandarins, sometimes if you're able to, people just grab those, toss them in your lunch. They're very easy. This guy, I don't even know. Yeah, it does. See, so we're just prepped up. I mean, that one's super easy to peel.
See, to me, I would even go the extra mile and already peel them into their little slices, so I didn't have to do that extra minute of work.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the pomelo, wait, did I say that right?
Yeah, pomelo.
Pomelo. So what is it? A large grapefruit, pretty much.
Well, I don't know. It's in the same family, but taste-wise, it's like a sweeter grapefruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about interactions with grapefruit, because a ton of drugs have interactions with grapefruit.
Yeah.
And it's not just chemos that we see a lot, but it's blood pressure medications, it's blood thinners, statins. So the reason why you are to restrict grapefruit and grapefruit juice is because it can make those drugs less effective.
Correct.
I'm not sure what's in grapefruit that causes that.
No, I can't tell you what's
Yeah, like sometimes I'm not sure, but if your medication that you're taking is to avoid, please do so.
Yeah, and it's definitely grapefruit are just very readily available. it's other citrus fruits as well. Pomelo might be on that list, or like the Tangelos, or some of these other exotic oranges, or not even exotic, just ones that you're not used to seeing in the store every day.
Right.
We're not going to cut this big boy,
No.
but just to see the difference, you have like the lime here,
Oh, yeah.
the difference in size. So this, I actually got this for, it was only $5. So this is a big, hefty fruit, and they're very good if you ever get a chance.
But the way to cut this,
Same way as a grapefruit,
you would like cut it in half?
so this way,
Okay.
and then the pieces are going to peel out almost like that.
Okay.
The pith, or like the membrane, is going to be a little tougher than even a grapefruit, but it comes off almost easier.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
great.
I actually really like these, but they're expensive. They're cheap. Right now, they're cheap.
Okay. So moving and switching gears here, now we're going to talk about frozen fruit, because in the winter months, you know, like we just talked about, if you're not buying seasonal, some things just don't taste good or they're very expensive. So frozen fruit is really a great source. It's still nutrient dense. You just want to make sure that the ingredient says just the fruit, right?
Yeah.
No
Depending on
added
what you're trying to
sugars.
do with it,
Yeah.
we usually just want to do
Is it
frozen.
melted?
No, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So we have mango, and then we also have the dried fruit, which is another source of fiber. Although this we also recommend to get just without added sugar. It's just whatever is just dried. Mangoes tend to be very sweet, so also paying attention to it is going to have sugar in it. So the difference between
Right.
the sugar and added sugar on the labels, which you can see now, sugar is still going to be sugar.
Right. And
Added or not.
fruits contain sugar, which also, though, fruits contain fiber. So making it very complex, which is what we want. When you're looking at the food label and you see added sugars, you definitely want that number to be 5 grams or less. That's kind of the recommended for the dietary guidelines for Americans. And not exceeding 25 grams of added sugar in a day, that definitely could be a goal for you to work towards.
And with this frozen fruit, so one of our colleagues told us about this recipe.
Shout out Julia. You'll see her in some of these videos.
She'll be back. So with the mangoes, said you can just, this is definitely something you can add to yogurt, cottage cheese, smoothies. The mango is pretty good. You can kind of just let this thaw and eat it. We're going to do just kind of a quick little recipe here.
Mhm.
I'm going to rinse this guy off.
So sometimes just snacking on the frozen fruit in itself is great. It's satisfying. It tastes good. And I don't know, like I put some of my grapes in the freezer and I don't know, I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like a tasty snack.
Good for dry mouth taste changes. stuff
Yes,
like that too.
definitely.
Yeah, for our patients. So this is just going to be. Do you have like a lime thing?
Juicer.
Juicer? It's that other. We're just going to do this. So just going to be this frozen mango. The juice of half a lime. Or a whole lime if you want to go crazy. You want to just dump a little bit of that in.
This,
Yeah, because I'm going to wash my hands.
a little bit. So
Yeah,
this is Korean chili flakes. It almost has like a smoky flavor, would you say?
Yeah, they're pretty mild. I like them kind of over the Italian chili flakes. We've used them before in our recipes. Kind of
How's that?
remind. You got a little more. Come on. Don't be scared.
I'm being liberal.
And then just a little bit of salt, because it's kind of like a sweet savory bit here.
I got your fork.
Got me a fork. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay. I want to get, oh,
You want to mix this up? So this is obviously going to be your little snack. There we go. My piece too small?
yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very cold. My teeth, sensitive.
See, so let it thaw out a little bit, but that's good.
Mango's good when it's frozen because it's so soft still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't ever actually get to that point of like ice cube. You know?
For sure.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julia, for that recommendation.
Thank you. Just to kind of reiterate, so we're talking about washing our fruits well, trying to prep any that you can for easy access. And again, it's just for increasing our fiber intake, lowering your calorie intake if you want to do that, depending on your individual goals. So don't be afraid to get frozen. Look for that added sugar. Not that it's bad, but if you're trying to reduce that, like Ian said, we want to be under certain numbers throughout the day. Just kind of pay attention to those.
I feel like that's more of a concern with our canned fruits
Yeah,
because they're
canned and dried.
right. They end up adding syrup or some sort of
Some kind of sweetener.
So
Yeah, just to
that's
make
where
it
you want to
sweeter.
look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure, but prep and just increase that fruit and vegetable intake as much as you can. And we're gonna do another video about vegetables
Yeah.
very soon.
Check it out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.